we beached the Outrigu canoe in Minamijima and unloaded our equipment.
今日は絶好のダイビング日和ね。
Chisa said, staring out over the gentle waves and the cloudless sky.
さて、着替えましょうか。
Ooh, hell yeah. Chisa stripped without hesitation, mainly because it doesn't take much effort, right? She's always wearing her bikini right underneath. Because as always, she was wearing a swimsuit underneath, exactly. Splash! While Chisa warmed up, Emily started changing next to her.
ヒロ君、あっち向いててもらえないかしら。
Oh, what? Are you gonna take, like, things off to be naked? Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. She was clearly wearing a swimsuit under her clothes like Chisa, but I assumed she didn't want me to see her undressing. Sorry, alright, looking the other way. I stripped too. Once finished, I turned back around. Ah, there we go! Emily was there in her swimsuit. I like the colors. No need to be self-conscious about it, girl. Emily stood there, fidgeting and acting bored, and I couldn't help checking her out.
何してんの？ほら、準備運動。
Right, I'm warming up, I'm stretching. 3, 2, At Chisa's insistence, Emily started her warm-up as well.
1、2、3、4。
5, 6,
2、3、4。
7, 8, boobies, 10,
5、6、
9, more boobies, 11, 12. Chisa had a rich tan, and her body was fit and healthy. She didn't seem to be on a diet, but she had no fat, and her muscles bunched slightly as she flexed. It's because she's just always active, always swimming. On the other hand, Emily's skin was as white as fresh fallen snow. The way the swimsuit hugged against her supple skin made her look even more soft and luscious. The contrast was exquisite. Wow, nice view. I'm totally talking about the water and stuff, the island. Not right, Fiend? Wink, wink, wink. As I watched the two girls warming up, Fiend stared at me with an unreadable expression.
見てないで、あんたもやんなさい。
Oh, I'm getting all warmed up. I'm getting warmed and fussy all up inside. Oh yeah, shit, of course. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I rushed to join in the exercise. When we were finished, it was time to put on our wetsuits. If you weren't used to it, putting one on could be hard. They were made of an elastic material and fit tightly on the body. You gotta like squeeze it all in there, Emily, come on! For the upper body, it's easier if you put one arm through first, and then try the other arm. Although I was playing teacher, it had actually been a while since I had gone scuba diving. After we had our sweatsuits on, it was time to put on the hardware. There's a lot of equipment involved in scuba. First, there's the diving cylinder. It should go without saying that that's where the air comes from. Yep, fresh oxygen. You gotta suck it all in, and it's incredibly heavy. Strange enough, air is heavy. Well, rather the thing that carries the air is heavy. Next, there's the regulator to supply the diver with air from the tank. Since the air in the tank is pressurized, it needs to be regulated to match the water pressure for breathing. Then there's the vest like BCD, or buoyancy compensator. This helps control buoyancy while on the water, but it can also be used as a life vest on the surface. Weights placed on the waist belt help offset the diving suit's natural buoyancy, allowing you to stay on the water. Ah, so there's actually weights attached to the suit too, damn. Fins are something worn like boots or strapped directly to your bare feet. A diving mask to cover the nose, and a snorkel. Finally, there are smaller items like a pressure gauge, depth gauge, and compass.
重い。
You'll get used to it, Emily. Emily, who was fully dressed now, was staggering. Scuba equipment was really heavy, so a weak girl like Emily would have a hard time just walking.
できた？じゃあバディチェックよ。
Body check on. Since Chisa was freediving, after the warm-up, she'd been helping us get dressed. She was also our guide. Damn, she ain't even gonna use a wetsuit. She's moist enough already. You know about the buddy system, right?
講習で習ったわ。
Alright, I'll be your buddy for today, Emily. The buddy system was a way to ensure safety when scuba diving, and that meant doing everything in pairs. You set up your dive plan together and stayed together in the water. You also performed a buddy check before diving. This meant checking all of your buddy's equipment and having them check yours. Oh yeah, check my equipment, girl. BCD, okay. Weights, okay. The sea was not hospitable to human life, and a single mistake could lead to a fatal accident. The buddy system was there to reduce that possibility as much as possible. Yep. Can't really reduce it to 0, so try to do his best. Hey, you're a teacher, Chisa, what the hell? You can't be tired, what are you yawning for? Well, Emily and I did our buddy check. I almost said body check. I did check her body, but this is not the time for that now. It's a buddy check. Chisa was clearly bored. Chisa used to scuba dive once upon a time. The only reason I had a sea card was because I used to dive with her. But what does this mean? Like this sentence, Chisa used to scuba dive, meaning she doesn't anymore? Emily, you okay? Your face is all red. Could she be feeling sick?
だって体中をチロチロチェックされるんだもん。
Oh, but you know, I'm your buddy, it's fine. I could totally be looking at that booty gap right now. She kept moving her hips like she was trying to dodge my eyes. That's not why I'm doing it. Yeah, totally for buddy purposes. I replied quickly, without a moment's hesitation. Buddy has permission to check all over your body,
ちょ
okay?
っと念入りすぎるんじゃない？
This is her first dive with her sea card. Of course I'm being careful. I gotta do a thorough buddy check, okay? Although I denied the accusation, I had been admiring the curve of Emily's waist and the way her breast filled the tight wetsuit. Moist! Since the wetsuit fits so tightly, it really showed off her figure. If I were to describe Emily, I'd say the parts that stuck out really stuck out, and the parts that pulled in really pulled in. It's just enhancing everything. Okay, let's switch. Now it's your turn, Emily.
わかった。
Emily checked my equipment, checking for bent tubes, making sure the weight belt was fastened, that the air was flowing. She took nearly twice as long as I did, but her face was serious as she checked. Good job, buddy.
オールオッケーよ。
Hell yeah, everything's okay?
よし、準備完了ね。
Good to go, let's do this. Now it was time to dive.
ビーチエントリーのやり方は知ってる？
You just walk in, right?
講習で習ったけど。
There are a variety of techniques for entering the water. Beach entry, rocky surface entry, boat entry, and so on. They all had specialized techniques used for entry.
まずはまだフィンを履かずにバディと向かい合う。
Wait, you take the fins off? Holding our fins in our hands, Emily and I faced one
な
another.
んだかドキドキするわね、この体勢。
Hey, this is none of that stuff, okay, Emily?
それから
Totally
相
serious
手の
stuff.
肩を持つ。
Serious scuba diving going on over here. We put our hands on each other's
この
shoulders.
体勢のまま横に歩いていくのよね。
We're like crabs, walking sideways, facing each other, our hands on each other's shoulders. We sidestepped into the water. So wait, we're both holding the fins and holding each other's shoulders? Okay. This entry method was used on the beach because the soft sand would cause you to sink and lose balance. There weren't any waves here, but at the other beaches, the incoming waves were a real threat. Not to mention all the heavy equipment we wore. Once we reached deeper waters, we helped one another get our fins on.
よいしょっと。
Alright, so in the water we put on the fins, okay? Got it?
え
Emily kicked her legs in the water to make sure the fins wouldn't really come off, wouldn't come off easily. Okay, time to go under.
え、うん。
Let's go 6 feet
待って、や
under.
っぱ待って。
Wait, that's death. Let's not do that. Let's go further. Oh, what's wrong?
ちょっと深呼吸させて。
Right.
いいわ。
A nice deep breath in and out. Try not to worry so much, but if you get scared, just give me a sign.
了解。
Alright, a buddy sign. Right, it's time. Get ready, go! Here we go, Emily! Splash! Ooh. When we put our faces on the water, at first we only saw clouds of tiny bubbles racing to the surface. Damn, and when they cleared, the world was suddenly cast in a deep blue. I looked to one side. There she is. Hey, Emily. Hey, buddy. I couldn't see her expression through her mask, but Her movements were stiff from nervousness. Relax, just relax, blah blah blah. I touched her shoulder to comfort her.
リラックス。
Relax. I pointed toward and down. Let's go, blub 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 blub.
Okay.
You gotta do the blub blub, girl. Slowly, we went deeper and deeper into the water. It was hard to simply dive down for beginners, as human bodies tend to float in water. So we moved toward the inland's entrance, swimming just under the surface. As we moved away from the sandy floor of the inlet and over a steep cliff, the ocean floor was spread out before our eyes. What's wrong? What's wrong? What do you see? As we moved further out into the open ocean, Emily's nervousness only intensified. I took her hand and we swam out further, and not long after, it slowly came into view. Is it there? The ghost ship? There it is. The ghost ship. Ha ha ha. Music. Emily, blub blub blub, wait, blub blub. Don't rush, blub blub. I stopped Emily as she had subconsciously started speeding up and tapped my ear. And then she seemed to remember something important. Don't rush it, girl. It's not going anywhere, I think. She stopped moving and pinched her nose through her mask. She was equalizing her ears. There are several areas where air can get trapped in a human body. The ears are two of them, and as you dive deeper and the outside pressure increases, those air pockets are squeezed. Uh-oh, can you die from that? If you go too fast, it causes pain or even rupture the eardrums. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Ah, it's painful as fuck, isn't it? Equalizing is used to prevent that from happening. One technique is to hold your nose and breathe out. This pushes the air to your ears. By increasing the amount of air in those spaces, you can equalize the pressure inside with the outside pressure. Equalizing the ears is an important skill for scuba, and if you don't do it, then you can't dive deep. Is it working? Emily, blub blub.
待って、すぐやるから置いてっちゃやよ。
I know, blub blub blub. Just settle down, blub blub, and take it slow, blub blub. Just equalize, girl. We got all the time. Equalize that shit. Yeah! Emily gave me the OK sign, the emoji OK sign. I equalized my ears too before we continued on. You have to equalize every so often the deeper you dive, but the frequency is different for everyone. How do you know when you've equalized, right? Do you feel it? You feel like, oh yeah, I'm so equal right now. And if your buddy is having trouble equalizing, it's important to stop moving and wait for them. Of course, you gotta do it together. We're in this together. Speaking of air pressure, the lungs are also pretty big bags of air. As the outside pressure increases, they get smaller, but breathing helps regulate the pressure naturally. All you have to do is fill your lungs with air from the cylinder. This also means you can't hold your breath when scuba diving. So much knowledge, huh? I didn't know I mean, to be fair, I didn't know anything about scuba diving, but I feel like scuba diving is one of those things that just kind of seems, you know, if you don't have a lot of knowledge and you just sort of see someone, or the limited things that like most people probably have of scuba diving, I feel like it's something easily to underestimate, right? And to sort of think like, oh, that's easy, right? But once you sort of know the ins and outs of things and all the little things you kind of have to do every single time, it seems way harder than it actually is. As we went deeper and Emily continued equalizing, she seemed to calm down.
見て、あれ、幽霊星。
Blub blub. Yeah, blub blub. So this is what it blub blub looks like, blub blub. It was caught in a rocky crevice on the seafloor. I'd heard the rumors tons of time about the ghost ship that wandered the seafloor. It was the kind of story that kids lived for, but I had never seen it myself. Wow. But finally, here we were. Emily gazed at the silent ship lying there, her heart heavy with a range of emotions. This mysterious ghost ship had wandered the waters of Ogasawara Islands for 16 long years. Suddenly, a mammalian figure jumped into view. Finn! It's Finn! Hey, buddy! A dolphin and
おさき
Chisa! Hey girl! Damn, she can just go this deep, apparently, you know, without a scuba suit and all that shit. Chisa swam by. Yep, she's that good.
急に出てこないでよびっくりするじゃない
Emily complained, air bubbling around her. Chisa dove effortlessly, her movement unhindered by mask or tank.
エラ呼吸できるんじゃないかしら
Yeah, she must have some secret gills somewhere, right? On the booty or anything? Agreed, blub blub. School of fish had gathered around the ghost ship. Shipwrecks provided large habitats for fish, so they were excellent diving
綺
spots.
麗ね
You always see that in like movies, or it was probably more like in cartoons and shit, right? But yeah, always like those shipwrecks or sunken ships, like a shit ton of fish inside of it. I guess fish just really like to live in there, huh? Emily stared at the magical scene, our goal completely forgotten. Chisa easily passed us by to approach the fish-shrouded ship. Or ship, rather, not shrimp. It's not a shrimp, what the fuck? But suddenly drew back. Blub, 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 what's wrong, blub, blub? What's going on? Chisa looked in my direction and threw up a sign by making an X with her hands. Is there like a shark inside? What if there actually is a shark inside?
こっちに近づかないで
What's going on? I wasn't sure what had happened, but our original plan had only been to come this way, this far anyway. I gave Chisa an okay sign, emoji okay sign again, and led Emily back to the shallows. What's going on over there?
もうダメ
So the purpose was only to just go down that far to check it out? Okay. Back on the beach, Emily laid out on the beach in her equipment.
こらこら機材が砂まみれになっちゃうでしょそういうのは脱いでからにしなさい
Oh shit, yeah, right, of course.
だって重いんだもん
All the more reason to take it off quickly, girl. We'd come back after our little dive, but carrying all that gear from the shallows up to the beach was no small task. It was hard enough for me, but for Emily, who looked like she never lifted anything heavier than a pasta fork, it must have been torture. Girl, do you even lift? Here, I'll help.
ありがとうヒロくん
Don't worry, that's what buddies are for.
ヒロキはすぐエミリーを甘やかす
Hey, come on, I would have done the same for you if you were my buddy, Chisa. This is just the task of a buddy. This part of the buddy system. It's the buddy system, exactly.
はいはいそうですね
Buddy, buddy. As I helped Emily out of her gear, I called over to Chisa. So, what was up over by the ghost ship? Chisa had gone over alone, but told us not to come closer via hand signal.
なんかヤバそうな海流があった
Oh, a current? A current?
もともとあの辺りは突き出た岩が多くて海流が複雑な場所なんだけど幽霊船が来たせいで
It's
よ
the
り
foreign
複雑にな
spy.
ってるみたい
I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. I'm just gonna blame everything on him, okay? The moment anything goes wrong, I'm blaming it on the pencil mustache guy. I don't give a shit. Normally I try to like, you know, my theories and whatnot, they're like, I try to be logical with it. This time, I don't give a shit, okay? Everything is that dude's fucking fault. If anything goes wrong in here, until I'm proven otherwise, I'll say it's the pencil mustache guy. I'm just highly suspicious of that dude. I don't give a shit. It's him. He somehow caused those weird currents.
リップカレントが発生してた
Yeah, he ripped the shit out of that current. Seriously?
リップカレントって
Emily asked, finally free of her cylinder and other equipment. There are unstable currents in the ocean, just like air currents on land, and they can change direction with depth.
講習で習ったわ
Then you know what I'm talking about, right?
それはそれで気をつけないといけないんだけどそれとは別に海底には流れの強い場所があるの岩場やサンゴ礁によって海流の通り道が狭まる場所で激しい流れが生まれる
Really, the
それがリッ
coral?
プカレント
Freaking coral
そ
reefs?
いつに捕まると流されちゃうってわけ
Yep, and then you'd be screwed. You just like, current, take me away, because you have no other option. You just go wherever the current takes you. It didn't look like Emily was getting it. She was probably thinking it would be easy to swim back, since you were still in the water. Yeah, I don't think so. If there's a strong current, even if you're still in the water, I'm pretty sure that thing is just gonna sweep you along with it, right? Take you away. If a rip current heads towards land, you might be okay. Yeah, but what if it takes you deeper out into the ocean, huh? But if you get caught in a rip current that heads to the open sea, guess what happens?
すごく遠くまで流されちゃう。
Yep, lost at sea. Emily went pale as she finally understood the danger. Danger! Exactly. Right, Chisa?
危ないところだったわね。チサが知らせてくれなきゃ捕まってたかも。
Hey, I'm glad that Chisa didn't get caught in it too.
だからちゃんと経験を積んでスキルを磨きなさいって話。
Yep.
そうすれば危険も回避できる。
See, I feel like we sort of thought that like, hey, Emily's got her beginner certificate now, she can dive. Let's go to the ghost ship, right? And we thought that we could just easily get there probably. Or maybe to some extent Emily did think that. Hell, I kind of thought that. They're like, hey, she can dive. Okay, let's do this. Let's wrap this up. Let's go to the ghost ship. But like, nope, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy.
ダイビングショップの娘からのありがたいアドバイスよ。
Chisa said, somewhat rashly before going off to sit alone in the shade.
何あの子。
I don't know. Machiko's
今日 C
Cafe.
カードを取得して初めてのダイビング。海の中でも私は無敵だった。
Invincible? We were sitting in Machiko's Cafe before it opened, and Emily was writing feverishly about the day's dive in her new logbook. She's keeping a diary?
ログブックに嘘書いちゃダメでしょ。どこが無敵だったのよ。よちよち歩きの赤ん坊みたいだったわよ。
Yeah, you're kinda exaggerating there, Emily. Invincible?
うるさいわね。いいでしょ。このノートは私の栄光の伝記として将来子供や孫たちが読み返すんだから。
You gotta put a disclaimer in it though. Events may not have happened as epically as Grandma told them, or has written them down. Diving logbook. A logbook is used to keep track of your dives. They're useful for keeping track of which sea, what depth, and how long you dive. There are sections for other details such as weather conditions, who else was there, and even a space to write, just like a diary. Some people even make sketches of the fish they saw during their dive. Not only are they fun to fill out, logbooks are also useful when trying for more advanced certification or renting equipment. It's physical proof of your experience in the water, which is why writing about one's perceived invincibility wasn't such a good idea.
お、こっちも気合入ったログつけてるわね。
Chisa glanced at my log, yeah. You know, I gotta keep track of my shit too. What? Why are you surprised, Emily? Emily saw my sketch of the ghost ship and sulked.
それ、私がやりたかった。
Hey, my drawing is better, okay? Who's stopping you? Go ahead.
いい？やらない。
Oh, come on! What the hell? Because I drew the ghost ship, now you suddenly don't want to anymore? What are you, 5? Either she didn't want to be second, or she didn't think she had the artistic skill. What a pained look on her face, or with a pained look on her face, she went right back to writing. Afterwards, Chisa compared her logbooks.
エミリーのダイビングスキルが向上しない限り、幽霊船には近づくこともできないわね。
Why did it feel like we just handed in our homework to the teacher? We also have to come up with a more detailed dive plan. The lost engagement ring that Emily was looking for was in that ghost ship. The tiny freaking ring. Is it really still in there? I find that really hard to believe. Right? Like, goddamn, that is a giant freaking ship that stayed in it wasn't only in one location, right? It moved around in this sea or this water, in the waters here near Ogasawara for 16 years, right? If it was in place and the ring was just like in a box on in like a cabin or something, right? I can kind of see, okay, maybe then it would still be there, right? Because it just stayed in the same place for 16 years. But nope, it has moved around, not constantly, but much of those 16 years, right? Would it really still be there? I mean, I'm guessing it would be, right? Otherwise, what the fuck is the story gonna be like? Oh yeah, well, it isn't here. I guess you came here for nothing, Emily, bye. We had to get inside somehow, but entering a sunken ship required quite a bit of skill. These wrecking lessons were offered, but only in advanced scuba classes. Meaning, we'd need to take classes too.
まだ中性浮力もままならないエミリーじゃね。
Do I need to make classes too? Neutral buoyancy refers to the technique of floating in the water, in place in the water, and is more difficult than it sounds. You have to control your body's buoyancy to keep from sinking or floating up. The technique would be a necessity for wrecking.
それから作戦を立てるにしてももっとしっかり幽霊船を観察する手段がいるわね。
Okay.
防水カメラがあればいいけど。
Underwater camera, ooh, like a... Fuck, what are those cameras called that people use in like action shots and stuff? Oh, GoPros, that's the one, yeah. Like a GoPro? GoPros work on the water, right? Certain GoPros, I think. That should be okay.
私のカバンが海に沈んでなきゃそのくらい買うお小遣いあったのに。
Even though Emily was working at the cafe, all her money went to renting diving equipment. And even the discounted prices at Chisa's shop didn't do much to offset the cost of daily rentals. Well, luckily for us, I got my hands on this. Read 'em and wait, baby! Yeah!
カメラ？
A Nino Coast camera! Uh-huh. CNC. I remember that Grandpa used to take pictures on the water. This camera works on the water? It had turned up when I searched the shed.
ニノコス。古そうなカメラだけど、まだ使えるの？
It looks both old, and it doesn't look waterproof at all. Well, I made sure the shutter still works. The main problem is that it's not digital. Oh god, non-digital camera? What the fuck?
デジカメじゃないって？
That means we gotta develop the pictures ourselves in a dark room. Okay, not ourselves, but you have to let them develop, yeah. That means there's a film camera. Emily stared at the camera.
これがフィルムカメラなんだ。昔のカメラって大きかったのね。
Yeah, mostly. I'm not too sure, but apparently this one is especially big. Grandpa liked it big. Guess it was something to do with it being an underwater camera. I guess it just... I don't know. From the looks, it doesn't look underwater to me, but then again, I don't know shit about cameras, so... Since it was designed to be waterproof under high pressure, it probably had to be big. It could be, I guess. Just the cover and everything is just so big and thick to just withstand the pressure. Okay, fair enough, I guess. I put a small yellow box on the table. Here's the film I found with the camera. It's past the use-by date, but I think it's still okay. There's a... what? There's a use-by date on film? For camera? What the fuck? It's not vegetables or some shit.
こっちにあるパーツは何？
Chisa had noticed another camera accessory. I'm not really sure, but I think you can still take pictures without it. These days, you can look up anything online. Chinami, we need you. You're the internet wizard you have internet experience, okay? I'd already studied info on how to use the camera, what to watch out for when using film, and so on. We can use it to take pictures of the exterior.
古いカメラで幽霊船を撮るなんて面白そう。ワクワクするわ。
It's only fitting, isn't it?
冒険って感じがしてくるわね。でもちゃんと映るのかしら。こんな古そうなカメラで。
There's only one way to find out. No clue, but we should probably try it out first.
いつにする？
Right now! I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I thought that we could just like take a group photo now or something, or just take a quick snap of Chisa. But I guess we want to test it underwater too, right? I'd love to say yes, but finances are saying it's a no.
そうね。好きにはしてもらってるけど、バイト代を上回っちゃったら後から払えなくなっちゃうわ。まあ、夏休みは長いんだし、気長に行きましょう。
Yeah, but how long is Emily staying here?
夏休みといえば。
Chisa!
Ryota! What's up, dude? Ryota, welcome! What's up, man? It was still a bit early for him to be eating dinner.
こいつを貼らせてもらっていいか?
Ryota pulled a flyer from the bundle in his hand. When I saw what it was, or what was on it, I couldn't help blurting out. Oh, it's happening again this year!
花火大会？
Oh, the bonfire thingy? The flyer had a picture of fireworks on
サマフェ
it.
スよ。盆踊りの夜にやるの。
Yes! The Bon Festival, which I just assume is a bonfire. Summer Festival. The Ogasawara Bon Festival was famous, but on that same day, they also held a big fireworks show. Ah, the Bon Festival. This festival's dance aims to help remember the dead. Oh god. Men and women of all ages gather on temple grounds to dance on the evening of the August the 16th. They say those souls who have escaped the torments of hell are so happy that they dance. At the Ogasawara Bond Festival, all the residents are already so close. It can be a very lively event, and there are even encores from time to time. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? Just a little bit. But that it's kind of for like the dead people and whatnot, right? Help remember the dead. Was it like a Disney movie that I watched very recently with Melon, like Coco? That movie is actually surprisingly really fucking good. I mean, I used to watch a lot of Disney movies when I was younger, obviously, right? I kind of grew up on that shit, partly. But like, Coco was surprisingly good. I didn't think I would like it that much. I would recommend it. That was the summer festival. You can watch from Amora Beach. Oh yeah, especially fireworks. Who doesn't love a good fireworks show?
お前らも手伝え。カヌー貸してやってんだから。
You gotta help? What the fuck?
私たちも手伝っていいの？
盆踊りの準備会があるんだ。チサもやってんだぞ。ほら。
Yeah, but she lives here. He flipped the flyer around to reveal what was on the back.
小さだわ。
What the heck? Chisa's right there on it? What the fuck? What does that even say? Hi, I'm Dolphin Girl. Come and see me. What is kaka? Doesn't that mean poop in some other language? Jammin'? It's like a fucking music show and whatnot? People will be performing? What is this? This is like more than a month, isn't it? 8/1 through 9/9. And all these times? Is this festival is like more than a month? Ogasawara Summer Festival. Wow. It is! Chisa, why is she on the cover? Chisa's picture was featured on one side. Of course, I mean, of course. It was advertised as Dolphin Girl somehow, right? Because that's how people know Chisa. The Dolphin Girl is waiting for you. Come and see the Dolphin Girl at the Ogasawara Summer Festival. Yeah, baby.
いいでしょもう。はい、おしまい。
So is this your modeling debut, Chisa?
うわね、ちさ。
Damn, both a Dolphin Girl and a soon-to-be fucking model.
チサは島の自慢だからな。芸能人みたいなもんだ。
Yeah, sure seems like it. She's the celebrity of this freaking island.
やめてよ。私絶対嫌だって言ったのに、うちのお母さんが勝手に写真を送っちゃって。
She used her body to hide the flyer on the table. It was weird to see her so upset. She must have been really embarrassed.
で、お前らどうする？
やる、手伝う。
Sure, I guess everybody's helping. I should help too, right? Sure, no objections here. Unless fucking grandma doesn't allow me, right? Grandma, am I allowed to help?
よし、決まりだ。
でも、チサみたいにモデルするのは嫌よ。
I don't think they needed her model, Emily.
エミリーちゃんならいいモデルになると思うが、もうチラシは作っちまったからな。
True, they can't really replace the Dolphin Girl with you now.
それじゃ、早速このチラシを配りに行くぞ。
Pass out the flyers? I can do that. That's easy. Yeah. Hey, hold up, Emily. Where are you going? It's time to open. We still got our shift. We still gotta work.
行っちゃったわ。自由な子ね。
Did she seriously just run away? She's got her shift in like 5 minutes. Chisa sounded envious. She's naive, in a good way. And other people just like seeing her happy.
振り回される方はいい迷惑だけどね。
Manipulate? What do you mean manipulate? I haven't seen any manipulating from her. Still, it seems like you're having fun.
悔しいことにね。
Chisa pursed her lips in discontent and looked at the freshly printed flyers.
裏面でよかったわ。表だったらチラシを破いて歩かなきゃいけないところだったわ。
As I watched her, I contemplated on whether I should ask. It seemed like what Chisa just said might be part of the reason she didn't want to scuba anymore. Ask her about it, don't say anything. I'm curious about this. Why wouldn't she want to scuba anymore? Hey, Chisa. Next time, why not come diving with us?
潜ってるじゃん。
I mean scuba diving, not just freestyle diving. No, I mean scuba diving. We can be buddies just like old times. Chisa looked hesitant.
そうしたらエミリーのバディがいなくなっちゃうよ。あの子に潜るななんて言ったら暴動起こすわよ。
I guess. Can't Fiend be her buddy? Fiend can be her buddy, right? true. But I want to go diving with you again.
そのうちね。
One day. When is that? She was dodging me, and there wasn't much else I could do. Due to current circumstances, I needed to dive with Emily. And that was fun and all, but I had come to Ogasawara to go back to that special place with Chisa. I mean, that's true, right? This whole Emily business has been kind of just an unexpected development for us, right? We didn't come here knowing that this whole Emily stuff was gonna happen, right? We didn't even, I mean, we haven't even met her. We met her on this well, we met her on the boat first, but you know what I mean, right? This whole trip, it was just a in the moment thing, and we decided to go along with it because, like, hey, you know, she seemed like a girl that needed help, and we're a guy that likes to help people. But our original reason for coming here, sure, was partly to help Grandma, but also to meet up back with our childhood friend, right, Chisa, and I guess go back to that special place, whatever that may be. But when I tried to bring it up, she ignored me completely. Maybe she was embarrassed, or maybe I was missing something.
何？
It's nothing. Chisa shook her head and muttered, "Weirdo," under her breath.
さてと、そろそろ開店準備しましょうかね。
Chisa stood up and put on her apron. The cafe would be opening in 50 minutes.
このチラシ、ここに貼らせてもらっていい？
Sure, go ahead.
ほんと困るわ。何がいるか少女よ。
I feel like she doesn't seem to kind of like it that much, right? That she's sort of the celebrity of this island and dolphin girl and all that. It seems like it's something that she doesn't really like. Usually, obviously, right? Fame is something I feel like a lot of people sort of want, but there are also just people out there that really don't want it. And Chisa kind of seems like one of them, and she's kind of just been going along with it because maybe she doesn't seem like the type of person that would like try to say like, oh no, but like she just kind of thought that it would maybe just go away after some time or whatever, right? But like she doesn't seem to be enjoying it. Some people would really embrace this sudden fame that has been like given to them, but Chisa she doesn't seem to take well to it.
絶対に裏面が見れないように念入りに画鋲を刺しておかないと。
You want to cover the side where she is on? Chisa muttered as she hung the flyer up on the shop bulletin board. Even though Chisa complained, she never refused a favor. That's why people rely on her so much. Anyway, I can't wait for the summer festival.
盆踊りもね。
Yeah, the Bon Festival. We stood there, looking over the flyer as we talked about the old days, and it made us even more excited for the future. I love that this game has a pling, just like a Sky Full of Stars. Pling!